prominent Metropolitan Museum of Art, there is much to be learned about Greek and Roman culture. Here, we found a famous statue known as the Wounded Amazon. This incredible statue stands at 80 1/4 inches tall. Although the statue appears to be completely genuine, parts of it has been restored. Its lower legs and feet has been restored with casts, and most of its right arm and the lower part of the pillar are 18th century restorations. Although the identity of the sculpture's creator remains unknown, we do know that the sculpture was created out of stone in the 1st or 2nd century AD, which was Rome's imperial period. The statue depicts an Amazon warrior wounded from battle. The Amazons were a mythical race of warrior women from the Asia Minor, and were believed to be related to the people of present-day Iran. The Amazon women were not permitted to have relations with men, but visited a neighboring tribe that had men once a year to prevent their race from dying out. They engaged in much battle and were often depicted battling male heroes such as Hercules, Achilles, and Theseus. The original myth came from Greece, where it came about roughly 500 years before the creation of this Roman statue. This statue represents an Amazon woman who has lost her weapons in battle and bleeds from a wound in the right side of her chest. Despite her unfortunate situation, her face does not show any indication of pain or fatigue. She leans lightly against a pillar at her left and rests her right arm gracefully on her head. This gesture was often used to represent sleep or death. The lack of emotion shown here was a common characteristic of classical art during this time period. The original statue probably stood in the midst of the great temple of Diana on the coast of the Asia Minor, where the Amazons had legendary connections with the goddess. The Roman writer Pliny the Elder described the competition held in mid-5th century BC between 5 famous sculptors who were challenged to make a statue of an Amazon for the temple. This statue is generally associated with that competition. One of the most striking things about this myth was that it was a challenge to the patriarchal ideologies of ancient Rome. These women were fierce and strong and did not allow men in their village. Not bound by the rules of society, the Amazon women surely left their mark in mythological history.